Hello everyone and welcome back to Themeathon. We have Viper here who is going to show us the House of the Dead remake. Introduce yourself and then let's just begin whenever you like.
Okie dokie. First things first, yes, hello. I'm Viper, or Viperraces, as everyone will probably know me from previous events such as Themeathon and EKSG and stuff. So this is going to be the House of Dead remake. So earlier on, you saw House of Dead 4, which was the fourth installment in the series, but also one of my personal favourites. I think the third one's better than the fourth, but anyway. The series is pretty good for it being a rail shooter. Anyway, a couple of years ago, some developer sides come together. I forget who they are that made it. I apologise that I butchered names here. And they did an entire remake of the first game, and didn't just upscale it, but like remade it, new engine, everything like that, and did new things. So one of the things that they added was something called Horde mode, which is what we're going to be doing. Basically, in the original game, there are a lot of zombies that you have to kill. Not that many. Horde mode basically means that for every one zombie, there's now another 5 or 6 more in certain areas. So as a result, there's a lot more going on. Now there is 2 score modes for this game. There's classic and there's modern. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the modern scoring system. We can choose which characters to play as, which is Thomas Rogan or Agent G. I'm going to go with good old Thomas Rogan. We get to pick which one it is. So we'll get going on time. So I'll count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So whilst it's loading in and everything like that, a few things that's worth mentioning. So with Horde mode, what you're able to do is it might also flash as well. Just be aware. Might just turn in. There we go. So what it will do is we're allowed weapons in this, and we can also skip things as well. You can see here that we can have several weapons. It's really good. So we can skip cutscenes, really easy, and we're going to be using a grenade launcher as one of the weapons. Now, one of the things that you're supposed to do in this game is you are supposed to save the scientists. However, what we're going to be doing is getting through this as fast as possible. So as a result of that, it means that we're going to be doing a lot of this, where it's going to be like every man for himself, or every zombie for himself. You can also kill zombies off screen as well. We'll be doing that. You can already see that what we're going to be doing is we're going to make sure as soon as they show up on screen. Now, in the original, you could skip cutscenes. However, what also happened was basically wanted to make sure that you didn't. Well, you could skip cutscenes in the original, but what you want to make sure is you didn't go through any certain way. So one of the main things here that is quite worth noting, it's very important, is the fact that what you can do is you're able to pick which direction you want to go, which path you want to choose. So by going the route that we are going, what we're going to do here is we're going to kill this one on the right first, because it'll send us up the stairs. Had I killed the monkey on the left, it would have sent me a different route. So one of the key things regarding this game is that it'll... Oh. How do I put it? It will basically send you a different direction, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. Quite nice. I see we have a few people in the chat saying best of luck. Thank you very much. So with the grenade launch, unsurprisingly, this makes this game tantalizingly easy. We're also able to kill the hostages. It doesn't really matter if we save them or anything like that. In fact, it's faster if we don't save any of them. And yeah, as a result, we're going to be keeping on our toes. So we're going to be doing that. Like I said, we're going to be making sure that we... There we go. Should be nice and easy. it does make the game a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie, it makes it like easy mode. Doing hard mode with all the added stuff, it does make things a lot better. But it's more fun, in my opinion. It's something you couldn't really do in the original. So they do have a few bits and pieces. We did get a guy there. What we're gonna do, immediately fight the first boss. Now bear in mind, we don't have unlimited ammo. However, one of the things that's interesting about this game is the fact that, well, here's the thing. If you get a certain amount of achievements in this game, you'll end up, yeah, what'll end up happening is you'll end up, well, unlocking cheats, which is pretty cool. So in the original game, you obviously could have like free play and stuff like that. One of the things that we're going to be doing is we're not really using a cheat. You're not allowed to use cheats. But here's the fun bit: cheats are only available to be activated once you reach a certain amount of achievements unlocked in the Steam version, which I think is rather interesting. Rather than it be a case of, oh, beat the game on the hardest difficulty or whatever, as long as you have the corresponding amount of achievements unlocked, you're able to actually beat the game that quick. So one of the things that you'll do is, obviously I can use the mouse cursor to aim, which is how you can see I'm aiming right now. However, what I can also do is I can also use the Q and E buttons to change weapons. So obviously I'm not going to be wanting to use the grenade launcher for absolutely everything. However, when I don't want to use the grenade launcher, I can quickly tag along to assault rifle here. You'll notice that maybe like one or two occasions where I'll actually use the assault rifle. For the most part though, we're going to be using the grenade launcher. So there goes the in the plums. Fruits go flying, as they always do. Yeah, as I was saying, so the original game released back in 1996. It released on a variety of platforms, and yeah, was done to critical success. It was a very noticeable game, and was very popular for a rail shooter. It still is a very popular game. Speedrunning wise, is also popular, unsurprisingly. So this is a cutscene that you can't skip. Now, also I found this out last night, but depending on the character, if you use Thomas Rogan, he kicks the thing down. He kicks that wardrobe down. But if you play as Agent G, what happens is he will end up moving the cabinet aside. It's just pretty funny. It's like he doesn't want to damage the furniture. So the modern scoring system, by the way, versus the classic, is you can see here that we're able to combine our scores in the top left corner. You can combine it for a maximum of 5. Obviously, you're able to get like match score and everything like that. Also, what we're going to do, the reason why we come a certain way, by the way, is we come this way. We're also not going to shoot this here. That opens the door for an additional enemy to spawn. But there are certain things that you need to keep in mind, which are that if you shoot an enemy too fast, he might end up taking other enemies with you. So one of the things what I do here is I want to make sure that I get this up. The grenade launcher might accidentally destroy it. There we go. Nice and easy. Also, yeah, the game has never become so easy. I'm going to go all the way down here. I'm going to open this door on the left-hand side and destroy that tube because I can. So
It's time for a quick donation.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we have a €5 donation by me. We put the donation towards singing while running, which is an incentive for Resident Evil later. with the comment, wouldn't it be more fun if you just used the pistol? Smiley face.
I mean, would it not? It would be more fun if you just used the pistols, but then, like I said, for me, I always find it interesting that in terms of everything that happens in this game, one of the key things is that you can make it go down a lot faster. So here's the funny thing. So you can use the cheats that you can unlock. One of them is basically a one-shot, one-kill, which is quite funny. There we go. Yeah, it's like a one-shot, one-kill. And if you shoot him fast enough, you'll be able to beat this fight in like 10 seconds or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. And down he goes. And he's gone. As I was saying, so that's our second chapter done and dusted. The one of the things as well is that they don't just let you use all 10 credits. This is something that's interesting about this speedrun. So they actually tell you in the rules that you're not allowed to use any more than three credits. So I've already used 1 credit. Now, if I use another 2, that's fine. But if I use more than 3, then unfortunately the run is void, which I think is an interesting one. But I think it's also to be like, oh, so you don't just spam getting killed all the time, which is a bit of an interesting one.
This must be the security card.
Yeah, so this is chapter 3. This is true. So we've now gone through his creations. We're now going to be after trying to get through this as best as we can. Now, luckily, now we don't want to be saving any hostages here, unfortunately. So I'm going to make sure I don't. There is this part here which is a bit difficult because there's multiple enemies that can come from all over the place. There we go. You can actually blow the enemies to pieces if you so desire. There's nothing against that. Also, there is also spiders in this too. Which I can tell you now, from someone who's arachnophobic, it is very pleasant. So we're going to make sure that we get these guys here. There we go. Nice. There we go. Get these guys here. Nice. Got them too. There's a guy comes from the left. However, don't forget everything gets turned up to 11. I'm going to use my gun here. The first time ever using a pistol. Comes in useful sometimes to get a bit more accurate shots. As I said, we're not going to save any hostages in this one. So if you thought we were going to save anybody, no. Everybody that we come across is going to be getting our way and essentially slowing us down. In the original game, there's a few different endings, but like it really depends on what you want to do with the game, to be honest. So I think in the original game, so how it all works is in the original, if the score ended in a certain number, I think it was if it ended in a 0 or a 5, then you end up getting a certain ending. So it actually depended on what your score was at the end of it, which is rather interesting, I think. So, wait for this guy to defrost. By that I mean these guys here. Get rid of them. Nice and easy. Hell yeah. So this is a bit of a fun one, because getting these guys is interesting. I think I managed to get them. Nice, I did. I did actually get them. So what is it with games and key cards? I don't get it. But I say that was it just a 90s horror game thing that was key cards? I find that, like, didn't a lot of the Resident Evil game, like the first 2 Resident Evil game, or 3 even, have key cards to open doors in, like, labs and stuff? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe Jugachi could help. Also, anyone that's afraid of spiders might not like this. There we go. We've got to make sure that we stop this creature. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the assault rifle here. Oh, they always say that pen is mightier than the sword. There we are. See if we can get it. So what you can do here, if you so desire, nice, and then on to the final chapter. Yeah, so that was the end of his spider creature. So just before this, by the way, I've not even mentioned. So Dr. Curien, who's responsible for all this, he escapes whilst he unleashes his spider creature on us. So we're gonna have a fun time now. But here's the fun part. So, like in some games, you will fight the bosses again. And guess what? We've got to fight the first 2 bosses all over again. There we go. There we go. There we go. That gets us through that. So that's our first boss dealt with. There we go. So now what's going to happen is this guy is going to really try and kill us, but he's not going to, because... There we go. He's gone. Just like that. Bye-bye, bad guy. And this will allow us to move a lot further forward. Now, this is the last part of the main game. So, out of these electric fields here, there'll be enemies. Now, unfortunately, because of the fact that this is horde mode, it means that we're going to have more enemies that run out. Like that. There we go. Nice. What will happen here now is we're going to have a go at the... So this is going to be our final boss fight here. So to get him, we need to go on. I think it's like I don't know how many times I need to hit him. I think it's about 13 times or 15 times. I'm not sure. Once he gets to where he's at now, what will happen is he gets to every time he gets to quarter of a health, he will go into this phase where he will try and regenerate. We're not going to let him do that. What you want to do is you have to try and make sure you cut this down. So again, it has, I think it's several times you can shoot him. The time's going to be coming up when I lay the final blow on him, which might be in a few minutes. Like that. We'll find out. And time.
GG, good job.
That was actually a pretty good time. That was PB by 2 and a bit minutes. Yeah,
Hell yeah, GG, man.
But just bear in mind as well, just to kind of mention a few things. First and foremost, my PB was like near 25 minutes. It was like a 23 something, and then last night I was doing a few runs practice, and the fact that I just got sub 20 that's pretty damn good. I'll happily take that, to be honest. I'll happily take it. So yeah, it was a bit hard, but basically timing is the last shot on the magician is where you get it. So we've got the ending. There we go, and put our name in. Might take a bit, but I'll just put GG. Good old GG. You can tell I was really going for it on a lot of these. And then we have an ending as well, which you can actually skip. Skip the credits to get the ending, see what ending you get. What ending did we get? There's 3 endings you can get, but with the modern system you usually only get 1, which is a good ending. Which is Sophie was saved. The bad ending, spoiler alert, she's a zombie. And the third one is just a case of, I think it's there's like multiple people or something. But yeah, that is House of the Dead Remake. Like I said, feel free to give this a try. If you want to be ballsy enough, go after the original. To be honest, because the original was available on PC, it was available on Sega Saturn. And it did get a Wii release with... Oh, sorry, no, it didn't. Oh, I can ignore that. But yeah, the for a railgun shooter, it was pretty good for 1996. And like I said, when it got remade as well, obviously you can tell that they decided to increase the budget a little bit. There's also a gallery which allows you to see the creatures in the game up close and personal. You see the animations and get a bit more information about them. It does have a few bits added in, which is quite nice. You can also, if you wish to do so, you can also go into each stage. You can start like stage 3, stage 1. And just to practice that stage, just do that one stage on its own, which is pretty good. If you leave it long enough, you get the... So what usually plays in the insert coin screen, I think it is, what do you call it? Like the idle screen, I guess, the demo mode, whatever you want to call it. This is what runs in the background of the menu, as you can see. And if I leave it, the fade goes. Eventually, the menu fades out. Please do it. There we go. And you can actually see like the original arcade demo thing that they've remade. But yeah, that's going to be it from this one. I believe we have me coming up next. Is that right? Jugachi?
That is correct.
I don't know if you want to go to a quick break or we're going to
Yeah,
just do a
we're
switch on
going
the
to
fly.
do we're going to do a small intermission, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then the next one is up.
Yeah.
So see you in a bit.